Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. This is your girl, Lady Blue. Lady Blue on the Lady Blue Radio Show, live on WMSKOnlineradio.com, where talk radio just got better. How is everybody this morning? I do hope that everybody's doing fantastic. I am so happy that you are here and that you have joined me. And in the house this morning, I have Miss Natasha Gray, and I also have Miss Kiona Green of Tim's Day. Ladies, how are you doing this morning?
Good morning. We're doing fine.
Awesome, awesome. Kiona, you over there?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just checking. Okay. We are going to have an interesting show today in that we are going to talk about some health issues today. And that's what Tim's Day is all about. But first of all, I want to let my ladies introduce themselves to you all and let you all know what they're about. Natasha, why don't you tell everybody who you are and what it is that you do?
Okay, hi. Good morning. I do volunteer for different health reasons, different health events around the city. American Heart Association, Be More Fit for Healthy Babies in the health department, and just different things advocating for the homeless. I am assistant to Kiana Green, who is putting on this fabulous event about heart disease awareness. It's very close to my heart. So without further ado, on to Kiana.
Go ahead, Kiona. Tell us what it is that you are doing, what Tim's Day is about, and then we'll get a little bit more into why Tim's Day.
Well, I'm Kiona Green, and Tim's Day, it's about my husband that recently passed last year, June 28th. And he passed away from heart disease. And we just wanted to keep his name going.
Okay, awesome. So where and how, we obviously, Tim's Day is about your husband, but why is this event so important to you?
Well, first, he's my husband.
Okay.
And he was a giver. He would give back to everyone, you know, and the things that he would put out as far as himself.
Okay.
Giving back to the community, church, and just being there for everyone.
Okay. So obviously he was a faithful man.
Yeah.
And how long were you all married?
For 6 years.
6 years. Okay. And this was the fun part, y'all. I learned a lot of this stuff this morning. How many kids do you have?
3 sets of twins.
Y'all heard that? 3 sets of twins. Bless this woman, okay? 3 sets of twins, y'all. And I got 4 kids, and they drive me crazy. I can't even imagine having 2. And 2 of them are grown. Thank you very much. But that's okay. That's all right. They're children. They're blessings. That's the whole entire point. Now, when did your husband first find out, or when did you all find out about what was going on with him?
Well, I found out when he passed away.
Ah, okay, okay.
He knew about him having heart disease 4 years ago.
All right.
I just found out everything June 28th after he passed.
And
just burying my husband.
Mm-hmm. And what is it that he passed from, if you don't mind my asking?
A heart attack.
Just a heart attack? Okay. Was it any type of thing leading to it, like a disease or just a weak heart, anything like that?
No,
just one of those all of a sudden things.
Yeah.
I get it. And I understand. Believe me, you know, my heart goes out to you because I've had family members that have passed from heart attacks. And what did you learn? I think is the biggest thing. What did you learn in terms of what made you start learning about issues with the heart disease and heart health? What made you start? Was it just this, or was there other things that led you to look further?
It was just him passing, and you know, having 6 kids and we not know what's going on.
Okay.
You know, it was really scary.
Mm-hmm.
And it was sudden.
Right.
You know, and my kids, they ask questions.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and just learning about heart disease period.
Okay. So they've learned about what happened with their father, and they've obviously learned a little bit more about issues with the heart, and not just a heart attack.
Right.
Because there's all sorts of other things. What other things did you learn in regards to heart health?
How to prevent heart disease.
Okay. And so when you're talking prevention, are you talking in terms of just eating healthy, exercising, what you do from day to day? What kind of things did you?
Yeah, changing our eating habits, exercising, drinking more water, getting up more, visiting my doctor, keeping up on my doctor's appointments.
Okay. That is a biggie. Now, I hear this a lot, okay? And they say that sometimes men just feel that they don't need to go to the doctor.
Yes, well, that's the thing. Tim and I, we shared the same doctor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he stayed in the doctor's office.
That doctor's like, come on over. Okay.
Yeah.
But men don't like that, or they're fearful of the doctor, or examinations. I think the examinations are the big thing. Now, I know, like, for myself, and I know I'm venturing from the heart thing, but my dad passed from colon cancer. So pretty much after he passed, I ran and got a colonoscopy. I did not waste no time. I ran and got one. Because it was important to me to know, because I've also had other family members pass from colon cancer. So cancer ain't no friend of mine. I can tell you that much, pretty much. But going back, let's travel back upstairs, shall we? Get from down there and come on upstairs. The different types of heart disease. You have heart attacks. You have arrhythmia. You have enlarged heart. Goodness, help me out here. I know there's a ton of them, but those are the ones that come to mind right now. Have you learned anything in regards to these, or what may cause them outside of, age and lifestyle?
Yes, cigarettes cause a lot of things.
Stress.
Okay.
Age.
Yeah.
Okay. Chime in, Natasha. Don't be shy. Come on in.
We got stress. We have environmental things. We have age, gender, race.
Okay.
Your eating habits.
Okay.
And honestly, sometimes even the lack of actual water in your diet, because a lot of people tend to drink a lot of sodas and sugary drinks.
Right.
And you need to be able to flush and naturally detox yourself with what God gave you: fruits, vegetables, water, and if you choose to eat meat, me too, but healthy versions of it. And definitely ease up on the salt.
Oh, yes. I have sea salt or pink Himalayan salt at home. I barely even use that because salt's not my friend either. I swell up like a balloon. But anyway, water. I think that's a big thing. You have a lot of people say, I don't like the taste of water. First of all, water has no taste. Okay. Water has no taste, folks. Let's just get that straight. I don't like the taste of water. I think the other question is how much water to drink. Because people hear about, you should drink a gallon a day, but people can't drink a gallon a day. I try to keep at least one good 1.5 liter bottle of water somewhere near me. There we go. See, she holding up a bottle of water. I know y'all can't see it. But yeah, I try to keep that and have at least 2 of those a day. But the thing with water is that, is it good, Natasha, maybe you can answer this, is it good to force that amount of water?
Well, the body is 75% water, so what you're doing is just constantly feeding into that. Your body sweats. Your body needs certain types of fluids to, let's just say, keep the flow going, if you feel what I'm saying. So you got to bring it always in. It's been said to have water, but there are healthier alternatives to sugary drinks. There's juice, and you can make your own smoothies that is considered a liquid, and it has a lot of vitamins in it. Water is just your guilt-free drink. You just can't get away with it. There's
no
nothing
calories and no nothing. Okay.
Yes, how about that?
Now, the other thing about water, and because I keep up with this, okay? The other thing about water is that water is a filler.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so if you when you go out to the restaurant, sip the water, because that's going to limit you eating that platter that they put in front of you.
Those cheesy biscuits, y'all.
Okay, because they don't put no small portions; they put platters in front of people now.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and it is a lifestyle change in terms of eating. And I know we're kind of all over the place here, but it is a lifestyle change. And has anybody in this room ever had a stress test?
Yes.
Okay. Did you have the actual get on the treadmill stuff on? I didn't have that. I had the one where they gave you the stuff where you feel like you ran, but you didn't exactly run. That was no fun either. Oh. I heard on the news the other day that they feel that there's an inordinate amount of stress tests being given lately. Oh. Do you feel that stress tests are necessary?
I would say in times of extremes where you need to see where somebody's health is, and that's the best estimate, yes.
Okay.
I've only had one in my lifetime, and this was years ago, so I don't know the importance of it per se. No.
Okay. And I guess the other issue, and we're still on the heart here, is that we've talked water, we've talked stress, eating habits. You hear about eating clean. Okay. What is your definition of eating clean? I want to hear yours, Kiona, and then I want to hear yours, Natasha. What is your definition of eating clean?
Well, I just started eating smaller portions.
Okay.
More green.
Okay.
Green everything.
Green. If it's green, she eating it. Okay.
Oh yeah. And I pulled away from a lot of meats.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Red meats or just meats as a whole?
Meats as a whole.
Meats as a whole. Okay. All right. Natasha, what's your take on clean eating?
As well as it's been yes, I need water. As well as it's been explained to me, I believe it's when you get away from the preservatives and additives that go into a lot of processed food, and you pretty much cook most of the time.
Okay.
You could do some juicing or smoothies, but it's basically about getting back to nature and how you're actually supposed to make things, season them well, and if you use the right spices, you don't need a bunch of salt.
Okay.
So just cleaning out the system holistically is pretty much what it sounds like. Even if you use meat, you're still generally going back to nature in so many words. Okay.
Well, yeah. I'll give you my definition of clean eating.
Okay.
Okay. Since we're on definitions right now of clean eating. Okay. I did a little bit of a write-up on this about clean eating and the Eating for Dummies. They have a book out called that, Eating for Dummies. It's basically, like Natasha said, was drawing yourself away from the chemical additives that are put in food. And part of what you said, Kiona, about meats. It's not always about the red meat. I know we got some true carnivores out there, and I'm not, I like a good steak every now and then too, okay? But what I'm saying is just not having it, from sun up to sundown.
Right.
There's like no need for it. Right. And, you can enjoy, again, like Natasha said, you can enjoy your food without laying on the salt, because all foods come with their own natural sugar. That's right. And their natural flavoring. Mm-hmm. Me, I love me some Mrs. Dash. I will use the heck out of Mrs. Dash. Okay. But I've also learned to bring in other spices and learn their benefits. Especially things like turmeric and fresh ginger versus whatever else that other is. So I like, fresh. There's times where you use garlic powder, and there's times where you use fresh garlic. I love the smell of fresh garlic. Mint. I have a gallon of cucumber mint water in the refrigerator, so every now and then I, grab. Okay, I'm laying out a menu here, folks. Okay.
At our house on Sunday, shoot.
And I've even got my kids into it, which I think is the other big thing. I've gotten my kids adjusted from looking in the freezer and getting that quick fix. And my son popped up one day. He says, "Oh, what I wouldn't give for a preservative right now."
Kids these days.
He said, "Mama, please let me have a preservative, a soda, anything." And it's, the every now and again, but that's just not stuff I keep in my house. So, all right. So we've got that definition of clean eating. We've mentioned a few heart concerns. We've mentioned about water. What about natural, holistic medications or healing versus the pharmaceuticals that are out there now? Either one chime in.
Well, God did say he gave us everything we need on this earth. He did say that basically there is something in every fruit and vegetable out there that will do something wonderful for the body. I get that. I'm not truly versed on all of the things that you were asking me about, so I don't want to misquote anybody. Right. But I do believe in the power of fiber. Fresh fruits and vegetables, water. And when it comes down to supplements, honestly, I get it mostly from the food. Instead of waiting for somebody to chop it up and put it in this thing and say, this is organic, this is vegan, this is gluten-free. Well, that came from a plant. So I'll research it and find out where it came from, and I'll just eat that plant. Okay. Honestly, it just came from my cousin passed away from colon cancer 2 years ago. Okay. And I've just been upping my fiber ever since then because it's a preventative measure. Okay. So otherwise, I don't have much for you. I'm going to pass it on to Kiana.
You just gave us something. Thank you very much. Okay. Kiana, what about you?
I feel the same way as Natasha.
Okay. Okay. I try to read up like you, Natasha, on the different fruits, vegetables, what they're and certain combinations. That's one thing I've been kind of reading lately is, when you put certain combos together, they become a power mix versus just being a fruit or a vegetable. Right. And you see a lot of people say, oh, you got to have a green smoothie. Not necessarily.
How about that?
Okay. If you want your spinach and your kale and all of that stuff, go for it. Okay. Throw your wheatgrass, lemongrass, whatever that is in there that you want to throw in there. Mm-hmm. But I found that having a green smoothie every day is not necessarily the best thing for your digestive system. And that's just personal experience speaking right there. I like spinach. I like, I've even done kale. I've done celery. I've thrown carrots in there. I've tried beets. I've tried the whole 9 yards. And I have a cousin who, she's all about the natural. Aloe this, and, she don't start her day without a natural fruit and all that. And I've had aloe too. And I enjoy aloe. Aloe's, topical as well as internal. Mm-hmm. Does wonders. And I think that's a whole nother subject. We're going to have to talk about the healing properties, of all this stuff we're talking about. But really, all of this affects everything we're talking about. Your heart, your health, your day-to-day living. You'll be surprised when you cut out sugar. Talk about the energy levels shooting up to... Okay. You bounce out of the bed. You don't crawl out of the bed. Okay.
I beats my kids in basketball.
Yes. Oh, you got to show her that Running Man video. Girl, she went old school.
Dita Boss might be hearing that. He's a running man fool.
So jeez.
Shout out to Dita Boss. I love you, man. Okay. Anyway. Okay. Anyway. The fruits, the vegetables, the seasonings, cooking every day. And I'm going to take it that you ladies cook every day.
No.
Okay. Okay. It's hard, but I do my best to cook every day. Yeah. I try to have something, whether it's in a crock pot and I slap it on before I leave and it's done by the time my kids get home or whatever the case may be. So basically giving everybody a chance to have something hot, something that they don't have to nuke. Okay, the microwave sits over there, and it does do its duty every now and then. But do you ladies own an iron skillet?
No.
I know my grandmother was big on that one, iron skillet. There's another place to get iron, so you don't have to take that big old, big heavy thing.
You mean knock a burger out thing? Okay, that one. Oh, gotcha. Oh yeah, the big old cast iron
thing. Yes. So we gonna talk iron skillets, and we gonna come back and talk about other benefits of things that I found, and we're gonna talk a little bit more about Tim's Day and Tim, and more about the event that she has coming up. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Lady Blue of the Lady Blue Radio Show, live on WMSK online radio, where talk radio just got better. All righty. We are back. This is Lady Blue of the Lady Blue Radio Show, live on WMSK online radio, where talk radio just got better. And before we get back into the show, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to bring up the fact that starting tomorrow, WMSK is going to be on its way to New York for the Women of Hip Hop event. And I know y'all heard the commercial earlier, but This event is huge. I am excited. It's just going to be a fabulous 3-day event, red carpet event. Miss Connoisseur herself on the red carpet with this fabulous event in Brooklyn. I can't say enough about it. I'm just ready for it to happen. It's almost going to be like a vacation for the weekend. I wish I could tell y'all, like a vacation. But real quick, a shout out to my girl, Jay the Lioness. If you don't have anything on your phone, on your computer from Jay the Lioness, y'all are missing out. I'm just going to say that right now. Sister has some meaningful lyrics, a true message in all of her music. So get out there, download some Jay the Lioness, and understand what the Lion Pack is all about. Shout out to my sister Jay the Lioness. Also, ladies and gentlemen, just a reminder, download the app. Download the app. The app is free. WMSK Online Radio. You can download it from Google Play, iTunes, any Android app store, and take me on the go. You don't have to just sit at home. You can go run. You can go do whatever it is you got to do and listen to Lady Blue while you're doing it. All right? So get that app, tune in, and know why talk radio just got better. All right. So we are going to get back into my conversation with Natasha Gregg and Kiona Green, and we're going to talk about Tim's Day. And so, Kiona, Tim's Day, we know who it's about, and we know a little bit of why it's about. But tell us a little bit more as to what made you put this type of event together in order to bring this kind of knowledge to the public.
Well, after finding out about Tim having heart disease, I just wanted to reach out to the communities and teach them about the different diseases and how to keep themselves healthy and live for themselves and their families.
Okay. And in this event, it's not just, you have different kinds of screenings going on. What kind of different things are going on within this event?
Well, we have free tests for heart disease, stroke, high blood pressure, cardiac arrest.
Okay.
And a little more high blood pressure screenings and all that.
Okay.
We have healthy snacks, fitness, fun games, arts and crafts, and healthy foods, and a lot of different things.
Okay, so this is going to be an all-inclusive event.
Yes.
Okay, so if you all are out there and you're interested and you want to get your blood pressure checked, you want to learn a little bit more about heart disease, its causes, its effects, what you can do to prevent it, I highly suggest that you come on out. So, Kiona, what day is this? When is it going on?
July 2nd.
Okay.
Saturday, from 10 to 8.
Okay. And where?
Drew Hill Park. At Drew Hill Park, Liberty Heights Avenue.
Okay. Is it on outside or inside?
Oh, yes, it's outside.
Outside. Okay. So y'all gonna get fresh air on top of that. Okay. So gotta make your way out there. And it's not just for the adults. Let me just put it that way, because you have children that have that deal with this as well. Okay, so it's not just geared at your young adult or your middle-aged or your seasoned community. Okay, you have children that deal with high blood pressure. You have children that are dealing with heart diseases. And I think the biggest thing that I'm seeing lately is enlarged hearts in the younger community. And it's nice to know that there's someone out there that cares enough about you to offer this to you, okay? And ask you to just come and get yourself checked out. Know what's going on. A couple of the other things that are going on with this, there's going to be giveaways throughout the day, correct, Kiona?
Yes, and everything is free.
Okay, you've got entertainment. Okay, and as she stated, free healthy snacks, cooking demo. Now, see, we just got finished talking about cooking, so y'all need to get out there. Inspirational speakers, fitness demo. What kind of fitness are we talking about?
That pretty much falls to me. I been connected with a lot of people in the fitness community. So we have, I'm so sorry, I just went blank for a second. We have Zumba, Mixed Fit, Cranked
Zumba,
Up Cardio. We have yoga from Living Well. Gosh, we have so much stuff. We got line dancing with my girl April Williams, and she's still also going to be doing the Cranked Up Cardio. Let's see what else we got. We got a bunch.
Zumba. You said Zumba. You had me at Zumba. Okay.
I know.
I will Zumba in a hot second. Okay.
Oh, Groovercise. I can't forget that.
Okay. Oh, well, see, all you Zumba fanatics. There you go. Okay.
Okay.
Yoga.
Yeah.
Now,
I'm sorry.
yoga has always fascinated me in the fact that, it's not just the fact that you can get into these very interesting positions, but it brings you to a different state of mind. I think that's the interesting thing that I found. Most of the people that I know who do yoga, they have a whole different onset about life, because this allows you to focus in on you. I'm just giving y'all my take on yoga, okay? And something that I practice meditation, so. I don't do the downward dog and all that other good stuff, but I do sit down long enough to just shut the world out for a few minutes and tune in. Let's see, a couple of the other things that are going on. There's going to be a lot of things going on for the kids, as was stated. There's a kids play area, fitness games, arts and crafts. The play area, what's going to be in the fitness games for the kids? What kind of things are we talking about for them?
Well, I know my girls, they're going to have their own table, fingernails and making their little tutus and bracelets and little earrings and girly stuff. For the guys, my son's going to have their table with the basketballs and football and little things like that. All
right, so there's a little bit of everything for everybody. Okay. Tutus might have to come out there and see what they do with it. Tutus are in. Y'all don't know?
Oh, yes, they are.
You got face painting as well?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, face painting. On my kids, they love to dance.
Okay. See? Whole lot of dancing going on that day. All right, so y'all can come and get a cooking demo, get a healthy snack, and then go dance it off on the
a nice healthy meal, too.
All right. I understand, Kiona, that this is going to be a yearly event?
Yes.
Okay. Around the same time every year, or just?
Well, we'll try and keep it around the same time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how is the community itself contributed to you or helped you in terms of getting this together?
Well, the community, they are so awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So awesome. All the love, all the hugs and praying and just money and everything. They just did a little bit of everything for me and my family.
Okay. And I'm sure your church has been a big hand in all of this since you and your husband were together at church. Now, what about the medical community? Did they take to it immediately, or did it take some doing to get the medical community involved in it?
I actually can answer that. Just to let you know, this is a pretty grassroots operation. We at first did not have the 501c status that gets you a lot of things, and well, it's a busy weekend, so it took a while, but we actually lucked up and we met someone at a summit that works for MedStar, and he decided to help us with the assessment part, the testing, and different things like that. And then I have a contact at Chase Brexton that's going to do the STD testing. And then we also spoke to some different nurses that's willing to come out and do blood pressure checks. So we definitely want to cover all aspects. I'm currently working on the American Heart Association and American Diabetes Association to come out and bring their valuable information, or at least the resource packets.
Okay.
So we have a lot.
All right. So if anybody wants to get any information further about this, Kiona or Natasha, how can they reach you?
Well, you can go on my Facebook, Tim's Day, or my Facebook Tim's Day community page, or the Wee Wee.
Okay.
There's also a website which is http colon, what do you call it?
Backslash.
Okay, backslash Tim's
I'm helping out here, y'all, okay?
Tim's Day 2016.weebly.com. And Weebly is WEEBLY. We also have a Tim's Day community page on Facebook because Tim's Day is an event, but the whole of what we want to do at Tim's Day is a yearly thing, a daily thing, and we want to give you as much free information as possible. Okay. So that is Tim's Day community on Facebook.
Okay. And if anyone is interested in donating, how do they go about doing that?
Okay, all donations can be sent to paypal.me/TimsDay. No apostrophe in that, just Tim's Day.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you can donate. You can find out more information. You can show up on July 2nd. And it's for everybody. Let me just restate that. It's for everybody. So young, seasoned, middle-aged, don't matter. If you have a health concern or you just want to learn something new, bring yourself out there. You got something, Natasha?
Yes.
She's waving at me in here, y'all. I can't really see her. All I can see is a hand that's just like, me. Okay, so go ahead.
Actually, I did want to mention that because you did say we do touch on all, age ranges and abilities. I did keep that in mind because I did invite some people that are physically disabled and some people that are older and aren't as agile. So we have gospel aerobics from James Long, which is very, it works with any
aerobics, cool.
Yes, it works with any age range. He actually works at the Zeta Center and a couple other places, so those seniors get it in and they sweat and they're toning. It's very good. We have wheelchair fitness. It's called Willpower with Sunshine King, and it's excellent. This woman does a little bit of everything. And we also have Silver Sneakers from the Y, and Archie Cumberbatch most likely will be running that. So we have something for everybody.
Oh my goodness, standing up or sitting down. You cannot beat that, y'all.
Right.
Okay. I'm going to have to come out and see this one.
Yeah.
I have got to see this one. And you know what? Shout out to the seasoned people. I don't like to call them older people. I call them seasoned people because they done been around the block and they seasoned. They know what's what. For them to get out there and to be active. Come on now. I love seeing that community out there and their minds and their bodies are agile. I love that. Oh, yes. Because they lately on the internet they've been talking about the I forgot how old the lady is, but
Ernestine Shepherd,
the dancing grandma that went to see Obama.
Oh, I love her.
Girlfriend ain't got no shame in her game. She twisting them hips and happy. Okay.
Yes.
And then you have the other 100-year-old grandma that ran the what was it, the 100-yard dash. Girlfriend was getting it, and she didn't have. Looked at everybody like, now you come on out here and do this. And they had another one. She was in her upper 90s. She fell. She, hurt herself, but she got right back up and she finished that race. And she was not going to let nothing stop her. And she let everybody know.
All right now.
Get out, get up. Get up. If your mind and your body can be healthy together. Okay. Give some folks a run for their money.
Right.
Especially them young ones that like to sit out there and they got that neck problem because they're busy looking at the phone.
And that's another thing, Arlene. I've noticed that a lot of big events like this, they don't have a lot of seating. And I can understand people might loiter and kind of cluster it, or that's your potential thought of it. But my thing is, I want to give everybody the opportunity to move. If your limitations keep you from doing it, we got a chair. We're going to show you how to do this. I will show you how to do a flutter kick and a squat in a chair. There is no excuse, and we're not giving you one.
All right.
Oh,
folks,
yes.
They just short a swimming pool, okay? They are just short of swimming pool and water aerobics. So you cannot say that there is not something for everybody at this. I love it. I think that's fantastic. And let me just remind y'all, if it's hot, please bring your water with you. Okay, not that there won't be anything there, but always come prepared. Okay. Especially with the way Mother Nature's been acting lately. As I stated some time ago, she's bipolar right now.
She menstrual.
She is off her medication, and it's like we don't know one day if we're gonna get rained out or baked. So
how about that?
Let's just make sure that you are prepared. Have water with you at all times, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to see anybody dropping out from heat stroke or heat exhaustion. That's not fun. Okay, so now we talked a little bit about kids dealing with heart diseases and such, and in technicality, we've talked about pretty much everything from top to bottom. Yeah. Okay, the doctor's appointments. We mentioned that a little earlier in the show. Doctor's appointments. They are important, but how do you feel? Do you need to stop at one doctor if they give you a diagnosis, or do you feel if you feel that there's a second or a third opinion that's needed, should you go get it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
She should.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And why do you feel that way? Give me your reason why you feel that way.
Well, tomorrow's never promised.
There you go. Okay.
You know, and just because it's a doctor saying it, you know,
right?
It's not God.
Right.
That doctor's not God.
Okay.
And yeah.
Okay.
That's how I am.
So we need to let the doctors know, even though they got the degrees.
That's right.
Okay. Everybody don't know everything. Okay.
That's right.
And I would like to piggyback on that if you don't mind.
Go right ahead.
I have seen my yearly appointments.
Mm-hmm.
I'll wait and be late and finally get in there and wait some more. Mm-hmm. And then they give me a 10-minute run through. No, you told me to ask questions. You told me to tell you what's going on with my body. You told me to ask you how this medication has affected me since I switched it. So I'm going to need more than 15 minutes. And they don't tend to give you that. And you get a pat answer a lot of times that makes you go, okay, are you just giving me something generic? Because this is not what's going on in my body. And I have something else, no offense, but I'm going to introduce you to my girl, Sue. Yeah, you know my girl, Sue, right? Because she like that money. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you don't feel like you're getting the right answer, I ask opinions all the time. What? This is my body, and I gotta live in it. Okay. Shoot. So that's how I feel.
Nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
Now, on that, okay, we've talked about medications a little bit, and lately the pharmaceutical world is all over the place. Okay, and I say that in the aspect of you see these commercials, and everybody's living the life, and they free, and they good to go, and the laundry list of side effects is longer than the what the her hands is all over the place. Yeah. The laundry list of side effects is greater than what the medicine's supposed to do. Mm-hmm. And I'll just speak from my own is that I took a medication that was supposed to help with bladder issues. Mind you, I don't have those anymore. Mm-hmm. But the side effect of it was if I'm supposed to minimize what's going on with my bladder, the side effect was drinking more water.
Wow.
Now, because my throat was dry.
Which makes you go, huh?
So it's like, okay, what the purpose in having to do that if I gotta, spend more time doing that? Yeah. I finally just said, forget that. Yeah. And learned some things, and now I don't have that problem.
Go there.
Okay. I'm not a fan of medication. I tell you, I let my boyfriend tell it. He forced me to take an aspirin. Because I use essential oils. Yeah. I will do everything naturally until if it's just too great and I know that Excedrin is going to take it away, I'll go get an Excedrin. Okay. Yeah. And I'll say, okay, finally I'll take it. But I just am averted to medication. I'm sorry. Yeah. I don't know if you want to say trust it or believe in it. I just don't think everybody needs to take 5,000 pills. Right. Unless it's warranted. So you mentioned that about your medication, Natasha. How do you feel about what's going on in the pharmacy world lately?
Well, sometimes it's helpful. Sometimes it looks like they're playing God. That's just my humble opinion. Okay. I do take medicine. I'm not going to lie like I don't. Right. I take it. Sometimes I leave it. I ask questions, and if I feel like it's not potent enough or it's not doing this thing, I'll say, look, if you don't have something that's better but not as acidic to my system, I'm probably going to stop. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to be honest. If I can live without it, I'm going to. Right. And then I see all these side effects, and you're right. I look at this and be like, in certain cases, it's been known to cause cessation of breathing. Okay, that means you die.
When you open the bottle, it's like, open this, and then it goes on the length of your arm, the little sheet of paper, and it's like, where here am I supposed to read and what? I don't know. Okay.
Like got big old words like progenitorovox. You'd be like, what the heck is that?
What is that? If she could pronounce that, y'all, I'd be me. My thing, if you can't pronounce it, don't take it. Okay, that's all there is. Okay, and what about you, kid? I mean, we going on and on with Natasha. Natasha's a card, y'all. I just gotta let y'all know.
I'm like you, Miss Blue.
Without
medicine, I don't do medicine.
Yeah. And I'm sure you feel like that with your kids, because I don't like to shove nothing in my kid's face. Now, I'm going to be honest, okay? As a new mom, I was like, somebody said Benadryl. I'm like, bring it on. You know? No. But now it's like, now knowing what those things have and what they entail. Yeah. Okay? It's like, no. Now it's just like, get in there and go to sleep. Yeah. I'll give you help, but it's not going to be medical. Okay?
Yeah. All right
so,
now.
Give them a whole lot of love, hugs, and
kisses. Exactly. And I just don't. Yes, I have medications I take too, but I don't take them daily, every day. It's the same thing like with antibiotics. You grow an immunity to it, and then it just stops doing what it's supposed to do. Yeah. And you know, we've had so many things going on that you see news-wise with drugs. And I'm not talking the street drugs. I'm talking over-the-counter medications and or prescribed medications that are literally just killing people. Okay, and the biggest thing that we've got going on right now, there's a couple of things. One is the heroin problem, and two, and I'm just gonna say it, everybody is waiting to hear what happened to Prince.
Yes.
Okay, I'm waiting to hear what happened to Prince, okay? The medications and the people that prescribe them, and I agree with you, Natasha, some people are just playing God. Okay, I've got the power. And so therefore, you know, by law, I can do A, B, C, D, and E. And it's just like, yeah, no. Okay.
How about that?
And I appreciate y'all's input on that, because I'm sorry, I don't believe in medications. I really, really don't. But I will take them if it's absolutely, positively necessary, and I know what it is. And I mentioned that I use essential oils, and especially with migraines. I have migraines a lot. So the essential oils have been a big help. And it's so funny because now my 9-year-old, we're running, and when I have a headache, he'll go grab the essential oils box.
Oh.
It's like, Mama, here's your oils. He said, you need a cotton ball? And I'm just like, okay, go get it. You know, we do our little thing, and I do that for him. When he's restless, bottom of his feet gets some lavender, and he goes right to sleep.
Oh, I love it.
Okay. Of course, my 16-year-old is like, ugh, I don't want to smell it. Ugh, I don't want to smell that. It's just like, okay, you know. For me, it works. Okay. And it's like we said, and that's getting back to nature, using what nature has provided, and that's been used for years to alleviate. Because y'all have to remember, Moses didn't have no pharmacy store to go to.
That's right.
Okay.
And
David didn't have no Walgreens around the corner.
David.
All right. I'm just bringing them all in. Okay? That's a shame. Okay. But let's just be real about it. Okay. All that stuff wasn't there. They went out to the field. They grabbed a bush. They know what it was. They crushed it up and they used it. That's how that went. Okay. So we're going to leave that alone. And we're going to come back and we're going to continue talking with Kiona Green and Natasha Gregg and Tim's Day. This is Lady Blue of the Lady Blue Radio Show, live on WMSK Online Radio, where talk radio just got better. All right. We are back. This is Lady Blue live on the Lady Blue Radio Show here on WMSKOnlineRadio.com, where talk radio just got better. And ladies and gentlemen, coming up in August, if you do not have your ticket yet, get it. That's what I'm going to say. WMSK Online Radio is presenting the all-you-can-eat crab feast and concert. And it is celebrating the birthday of Miss Connoisseur herself, Tia Hamilton. Y'all just don't know. Get out there, get turned up. All the crab you can eat, all the food you can eat, drinks, live concert. You've got comedian TK Kirkland, you got Dougie Fresh, and you got the one and only MC Light. So, ladies and gentlemen, be in the house for that one. Get out there and enjoy yourself. Transportation's up to you. $50 holds your seat. get in touch with WMSKOnlineradio.com. Go to the website, get your information, but be in the house for MC Light. Okay. I love me some MC Light, so I'll talk about MC Light all day long. Okay. But be in the house, help Miss Connoisseur celebrate her birthday, and enjoy all the crab you can eat. All right. It's going to be at, where is it going to be? Greenbelt, Maryland, at the Martins that's out there in Greenbelt, Maryland. And I wish I was going. But I'm going to be cruising the Caribbean at that time. So I love you, Miss Connoisseur, but I'm going to be in the islands, okay? Living it up in the islands. All right. But anyway, let's get back to our task at hand, and that is talking with Miss Kiona Green and Natasha Gregg and Tim's Day. Kiona, I have a question of you, and I just want my listeners to know I had a chance to look at the program from Tim's homegoing, and I had to let Kiona know that it's very rare when you see a program that is that well put together, one, and next, that informative, and two, that heartfelt, and that was what was in there. He was a happy individual. I felt that, and I saw that from the pictures. He was a loved individual, and there's just really no words for that. I just have to tell you that his involvement in the church, Kiona, how far did that reach? Sorry, honey. I mean, I didn't know how far I wanted to go, but I had to tell. I mean, I haven't seen a program like that since my own grandparents. When you start talking about things like that, but when somebody is loved when they can put their heart like that on paper, and I'm sure it's beyond paper for you, but it's just in the church. How far involved was he in the church before?
Well, his mom's a pastor.
Oh, okay.
So he involved in the church from infant on up.
Okay.
Yeah, he brought me into church.
All right.
Then our kids.
All right, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I grew up in the church too. Okay, sun up to sundown, lady over here. That's how that goes. Now, if I remember correctly, he was on his way to being an ordained minister.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And I'm sure that was something that he was striving for and wanted, not just something that was placed upon him. So, yeah, that's a big responsibility. Were you all ready for that?
We were. We studied hard, and I had his back all the way.
All right.
That was something he really wanted.
All right. Nothing wrong with that either. Okay. I'll let y'all know. God is in everything. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter what you're doing. When your faith is as small as a mustard seed, remember that.
All
as
right.
small as a mustard seed. And that's a tiny little seed. In case y'all have never seen one, go Google it. Okay. It's a tiny little seed. Faith as small as that. And God will know that you are there. And that you believe. Let me make sure I end that up with that. I don't want to get in trouble for that one. Okay? The belief got to come after that, okay? Yeah. But your children. Yeah. I'm sure you see him and them every day. Do they do any of your boys have any mannerisms?
Oh, wow.
After daddy?
Yes.
Okay.
They are his kids.
Okay. and just name one thing that they do.
Oh, my kids, they have a praise break.
Okay.
They will break out in a dance.
In the middle of nowhere, or
in the middle of just come out. They hear anything or somebody's talking, they cuss, they just praise break. Yeah. All
right. I'm kind of liking that. I might have to come over to your house. Okay. Okay. And Miss Natasha, we do not want to leave you out over there.
It's all good.
Okay. No, we can't leave you out because you a guest on this show. Please, by all means, chime in when you get ready. Okay.
Uh-huh.
The other thing I want to mention about Tim's Day that I noticed is that And then it's that I never heard of it until I came across Natasha. Mm-hmm. And now that I know it, I'm ready. Trust me, I put my stamp on that real quick. Okay. Okay. I'm a proud sponsor of Tim's Day. I just want y'all to know.
Gee, I'll make the flyer. Go, girl.
Okay. Yeah, yes, I did the flyer. Okay. Okay. But my whole thing is that I appreciate the fact that it's not just about you. You're giving of yourself. You're giving of your late husband. You're giving of your children to the community. And that's important, especially nowadays, because we got enough negativity going on. Mm-hmm. And enough, especially as a single mom. Okay, I'm a single mom. You're a single mom in the sense that you're a widow, but you're a single mom. But to carry your children and provide for your children, and then take on this responsibility. Was this a calling for you?
It was.
Okay.
It was.
Okay, so it was a calling as opposed to just saying, I'm just going to go out and I'm going to do this and and hope and pray. But how did you and Natasha meet?
Wow.
And they just grinning at each other, y'all. Okay.
Well, they call us thing one and thing two.
Okay.
We met at BMO Fit for Healthy Babies.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Sorry.
Getting our sweat on, working out.
Woo! Yes, honey.
Okay.
Yeah, and me and who Natasha is, she welcomed me open arms. She just, she told me what the program was. And, I could bring my kids, still spend time with my kids, and exercise and get healthy. And she inspired me. She's awesome. Natasha's so awesome.
Stop it.
And what do you remember of that meeting, Natasha?
I remember Kiana just being hilarious. we used to be Weight Watchers as our nutrition model for the program, and Miss Joanne would always be talking about how important fruits and vegetables are, and how much we should do that, and how much it benefits. And Kiana was like, "Girl, that ain't for me. I can't do that. I'm like, girl, eat the damn fruits and vegetables." It was a running joke. I still do it now, but I'm so proud. She had a banana this morning. Go, girl!
We in here talking clean eating, so yes, hail the banana. Okay, all right.
And she would pump me up when we were working out too. Okay, because people that know me, and I put it out there, I'm disabled. I walk with 2 canes, but I am also a hard-headed disabled person where I will try any type of fitness you got as long as I can modify it. And when I be looking like I'm tired, she be like, girl, you better work. You know how to do those crunches and those little V-ups and everything. You better work. And I be like, all right, kid, all right. Look, shut up, leave it alone.
But I want y'all to know when I met Natasha. Okay. I met Natasha at what event? That was the one down in the Inner Harbor.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That was the was that the Spring into Action, the first one?
Oh,
at the Inner Harbor. That's where I first met you, and I want a gift card from Subway from Miss Natasha. Okay. And then the second time I ran into Miss Natasha was at the Youth Summit. Mm-hmm. Okay. And Miss Natasha surprised me. We were all up in there dancing, doing our thing. Girlfriend did not sit in the corner.
That's right.
Her and all her glory got up doing every dance that she could possibly get into. Okay. Right. And you know what? Most of the adults in there was kind of almost outdoing some of the kids. Okay. Yeah. We was in there getting it and having a good time. And Miss Natasha just made an impression on me again that day. Because she didn't just sit back. She joined in. Okay. And the support of the youth was, I think, was the big driving force. It was not just, I'm here, I'm just going to participate. We were supporting the babies out there. And that's why I asked you, Kiona, about your kids and their involvement. And how big, both of you, how do you feel the support for youth in the city of Baltimore is going right now in terms of whether it be health, whether it be violence, whether it be schooling? How do you feel about the support going on for youth right now?
Well,
on my end, I'm coming from the aspect of not having any born children, though I did help raise my niece for a few years. But I see a lot because I do a lot of events, and it's coming slowly with the Safe Center and the different things they're trying to do. But reinstating what's already there and bringing in the people that actually want to make those differences, paid or not, and the fact that it's not happening, it frustrates me. Me myself, I volunteer because I get a kick out of it. I would love to help at if they opened up one of those rec centers and I had the time, maybe at least once a week, I would love to volunteer my time. Okay. It's just not there. With the violence, I don't know how many people y'all into the Bible, but it's going to keep coming. It's just the last days. That's where it is. But I see incentives because, yes, we've gotten the money. Yes, we've gotten some grants. And sometimes, let's just keep it real, it's just PR. People want to look good. Your heart's in it or it's not. Right. So it's a little bit of both. It's slow going. It is happening, but it's not where I would like it to be. I'll put it like that.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. And you, Miss Kiona, how do you feel about it?
Well, I feel like everything is going smoothly. I have my older twin boys. They are, as long as I'm keeping them active and in positive places and around positive people.
Okay.
It's a blessing to us. Like the police, Natasha and I, we went to
Oh yes, the event we did on Saturday for the police department.
Okay.
So with the people I'm connected to, yes, I don't connect my people with people that are phony. So if you're out there in the community real trying to do something, I have no problem bringing Be More Fit or the Enoch Pratt Library or anybody out there to support because you're doing a good thing.
Okay.
So in those instances, yes, it's awesome. I'm just talking about the whole of what I see in the news and the media and what I hear from the health department. It's slow going. But when you have a mother like Yana who's very supportive and keep her kids involved in things and actually go to the schools and go to the places and speak to the people and is connected and on committees, then yes, she's going to make it happen. Okay. But what I'm talking about is what I see happening from the time of the riots and even before. Some of it's just basic PR. Some people give a darn. To me, it's not happening fast enough, but maybe I'm just impatient.
Well, we all want something like right then and there, and that's not going to happen. Now I'm going to ask y'all the topic of the day, okay? And I don't know how y'all are on social media, but my boy E. Digger of Charm City Direct Radio Show. Shout out to E. Digger. Hey, yay. The man y'all know and love. All okay, right. He's on Fridays from 5 to 7, by the way, on WMSK Online Radio, where the unheard gets heard. So make sure y'all tune in. But E. Digger has brought up the issue regarding the gorilla. Ugh. Look, did you hear that? Oh my God. Yeah. No, the gorilla, okay? And the child, okay? This is a huge topic. Right. Okay. And for me as a mom, I mean, we're all going to have opinions about it. I don't frequent zoos like that, but for me as a mom, I'd have had and yes, I'm going to use it, a gorilla grip on my kid. He would not have stepped foot over that fence without losing, without a sore behind or or a metaphorical foot broke somewhere. Okay, I'm just letting y'all know. Okay, and in respect to the zoo and the handling, the zoo did what they had to do. Yeah. Okay. And I'm not saying that the animal was not precious. I'm not saying that he wasn't God's creatures. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is for those who don't understand the nature, the instinct or the nature of animals like that, sure, all you're going to see is, oh, you just shot an animal. It's like, no. That was a silverback. Yeah. Them puppies don't play, okay? Oh, no. You set foot in their territory, you gonna know about it. Period. Right. Now, maybe he didn't come out beating his chest and, baring his fangs and all of that. But if you would listen to any of the experts, Jack Hanna, any of those that have gone out in the wild that have had to deal with or seen these things, they're gonna tell you the zoo did what they had to do. Yeah. And a lot of people are thinking back to the incident that happened in the UK 30 years ago where that other little boy fell over the enclosure, but he was knocked unconscious. And a female gorilla came up and protected the child, till they could get to the child. And, of course, she was not shot. And I think that's where people say, well, they didn't shoot her. Why they have to shoot her? Well, there's a difference between a female gorilla and a silverback, okay? Because even she would have turned around and said, nope, I'm sorry, got to go. Okay, daddy's in the house, got to go, bye-bye. Okay, so what is your opinion regarding what happened with, and if I see one more Mimi about this gorilla, I'm gonna scream. But what is your opinion regarding the situation with the zoo, the child, the parents, the gorilla?
Well, you know, with my kids, you know, wow, I'm still thinking.
That's okay.
I
Take
don't
your
want to say the
time.
wrong thing. You have to watch your kids.
Mm-hmm.
You have to watch your kids. You know, if you letting them walk a little bit ahead of you, hey, come back a little. You know, on reach. You know, but you too comfortable with just allowing them to walk away.
Right.
You know, things happen, and this here was something for the little kid to remember.
Right. I mean, well, the child was determined to get up in there. He wanted to see the gorilla. Yeah. Period. Okay. And he got in there, and if you look at the video, he was in awe. He was literally sitting in the presence of a very majestic animal that was looking square at him. Mm-hmm. Like, yo, what's up? Okay. what's going down? You know whose house you in? Okay. And I mean, he was just amazed sitting in front of this creature. But I guess the big question is, they want to level charges against the parents. Now, the daddy wasn't there. It was just mama. If I remember correctly, it was just mama. Right. Daddy was nowhere in the picture. But they want to level charges against both parents. Should they?
No. That's not fair. No.
Okay. What about now neglect? Yeah, neglect is the biggie. Okay.
But dad wasn't there. So
dad wasn't there. So it's just mama. Now, the other thing that E. Digger brought up was the fact that mom was just very calm and just saying, you know, I love you. Okay. I'm right here. I love you. Now, you should see the eyes in here, folks. Okay. Wow. Any mama would have lost her natural mind.
I'd have dove in there with my baby. We'd have seen the gorilla.
There you have it. Okay. Any parent they'd have had to hold us back from getting in there and boxing with the gorilla.
Oh yeah.
That's my baby. Okay, because they say it. You mess with the mama bear or you mess with the lioness, you're gonna get the claws. Okay. You don't mess with the children. That's just all there is to it. Natasha, you got quiet over there. And I know it's because I said gorilla, so it's just you. But tell me what you're thinking.
To be honest with you, I don't have huge opinions because I only saw them blurbs on Facebook, and I honestly don't watch television, so I miss some things because honestly this world's ill and I'm just tired of seeing all the violence. Gotcha. I only see it as I need to. So from the little I saw, I'm like, I don't know enough to comment yet.
Okay.
I'll just be honest and say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
When you get a chance to see that whole thing, hit me up. Okay.
Okay, got it.
Let me know or hit E. Digger up and let him know what you got to say. Okay. Now the other thing that was mentioned on the news, and I know you don't watch the TV like that. Okay. I have a job where I can't help but watch the news because it's on all day long. Okay. They had another child that was walking in and out of an apartment window in a high rise.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And there was video of this. Now, the first of all, I have to say, if you can take time to flip on your video on your camera, you can take the time to go over there and see what you can do about saving that child. I'm sorry, stop filming. Okay, wow. Stop with the filming. Okay, it's just it's nerve wracking. Mm-hmm. But this child was seen walking in and out of this high rise apartment window.
Wow.
I'm no balcony, no nothing, just that little itty bit of ledge. Yeah. And this kid's just, do back and forth. Oh. Okay. Didn't fall. I mean, that definitely there was some angels flying around that child.
Oh,
because
yes.
To see this, I had to hurry up and get off the video because I was just like, that's why I don't live in a high rise. Thank you very much. Okay. Mm-hmm. Can't do it. You've seen too many animals that fall off. Who was it was Eric Clapton rock guitarist. His child fell from a high rise.
Oh.
Okay. He lost his child that way.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Where was the screen?
Yeah.
Where was the mama and daddy?
Yeah.
Okay. And just one more incident I'm going to bring up is the fact they had a couple that felt to punish their child that they would leave him behind in the forest where they were riding or hiking in Japan, if I remember correctly. And they're still searching for that child. That child is lost. Okay. Of course, now the parents are like, in just total regret about their decision. They're saying they did it to discipline the child. Okay, first of all, I ain't leaving my child nowhere to discipline. Now, yes, I had the proverbial mall talk with my two oldest ones when I first took them to the mall, and I did if the first person to say, I want, mama, can I have, jump up and down, run through the store, I can't catch you, you're not standing next to me, you're swinging off somebody's clothes rack, I'm just going to walk out the store, I'm going to sit right down outside, and I'm going to watch you freak out, trying to figure out where I'm at. I'm not going anywhere, but I'm just going to sit there and watch you freak out. Okay? And I also did it the first time we went out to eat. I told my kids, you act like, and this is my affectionate name, but I said, you act like yard apes. We leaving. They did it once. And the food was coming, we were walking out the door. I guarantee you my kids never did it again. They want their food when we go out now. But give me y'all's opinion. These are the things that are happening with our kids. And we know, Natasha, you mentioned it earlier, these are the days that we're in. Okay? There's no looking at it any other way. But what is going? Where are the parents at? Where is the daycare? Where is the protection for these children?
Wow.
Okay. Me as a mom, I'd be losing my natural mind. Let me see my kid on TV like that. They know they got to worry about me when I get home. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Like they say, everybody's not made out to be a mom or a mother.
Right.
You can have a baby all day.
Right.
Some just don't care. As soon as the baby come out, they want
on to the next. Yep.
Of being single.
Yeah.
No one.
Right. Agreed. What about you, Natasha?
Honestly, I'll just say because of the days and times that we have, I mean, there's a lot of medication going on. Drugs, food, sex.
ADD.
Yeah. And
ADHD.
Anything that will take away that ache, that burn, that pain, that scare, that fear, that's anything that'll just give you that temporary something, and it's free. Oh, gosh, yes. Let's have sex. Oh, dang, I'm pregnant. Well, all right.
She got there quick. Okay.
I don't really want to have no abortion. That's kind of mean. I guess I'm going to have to be a mom and step up to the plate. And then you realize you ain't really there. But you got to do it. Because that's your responsibility. No, you weren't in it. You're young or you're older and you got the mindset of a young person. And your child is just not benefiting from your lack of concern. And so I see a lot of this going on. And it's sad. And it's getting worse as we go along in the years. But
Right. Agreed. Definitely agreed. And, these kids are crying out for discipline.
Yes, they are.
That's, and I to my listeners out there, I know you have heard me say it time and time again. We've talked about this time and time again. I grew up in the era where, I couldn't sit down for a good 5-10 minutes.
Ooh, yes.
Okay. But I'm here today because my parents cared.
Hey.
Okay, and I'm not sitting here saying that I'm not trying to figure out who's a bad parent, who's a good parent. The question is, what are you doing? Okay, you had the baby. That means you were given a responsibility. You were given a responsibility. Okay, that child to you is a gift. And I'm not going to make the statement they didn't ask to be here. Okay, well, we don't know who they asked, okay, because we don't know what conversation went on before you were chosen to be that child's parent, man or woman. They are yours. Deal with it. Okay. If you cannot deal with it, don't just abandon the child. Take them somewhere where someone is going to look after the child. We've got grandmas raising their kids' babies. They mentioned it on the men's forum the last couple shows. We got grandmas that are as old as my oldest child. Okay? And my oldest child is 25.
Oh, yeah.
All right? To me, and this is just my opinion, kids got too much room.
Yeah.
Oh, you gonna raise your hand to me? I'm gonna call 911. Oh, we going to court? I'm gonna divorce you as my mom. No. Whether you like it or not, that's your mom, that's your dad.
That's right.
That's the only one you're gonna get. Yes, we all have those people that we have spent time with, and we accept them as a part of our family, and we may call them auntie, we may call them, our play grandma, or our, mama, or whatever the case may be. But you have one mama.
That's right.
That's the one who laid down on that table and can tell you the story from top to bottom anytime you ask her. Okay. Right. Like me. Okay. And like Kiona. Okay, with her 3 sets of twins over there. All right. Those are the people who have a responsibility to you. And they may, you may turn into an adult, but you will always be their child. That's a given right there. You will always be their child. Mm-hmm. And what do we do besides lead by example to our children, and maybe to another parent? If another parent asks, no, you ain't got to throw the book at them and say, well, this is what I did. They didn't ask you what you did. They're asking, what should I do? Make a recommendation. But they can't be you. They can't do what you did. Right. They can try to mirror it. Right. Okay, and I'm not trying to take over this whole conversation, but when it comes to talking about kids, I'm sorry. I discipline because they're crying out for it. Right. Stop throwing the electronics at them. Yes. Stop buying all these high-priced things that they're either going to grow out of in 2 weeks, or their mind is so society-geared that they don't know how to earn it. They just going to turn around and look at you and say, Ma or Dad, I need $200 shoes, tennis shoes, Uggs, sunglasses, all that material stuff. Give them the stuff that they can use. Honor, respect, love, tolerance, patience. Okay, because I see a lot of kids out there ain't got patience worth a nickel. Wow. They will blow off at somebody in a hot second. Okay. And another thing I want to talk about before we, close out our show is just your view on the violence among our youth here in Baltimore. Again, because I watch the news, Chicago right now is a war zone.
I did see that on Facebook.
And as soon as I heard about Chicago, they turned around and talked about 2, 3, 4 shootings in Baltimore. And that's unnerving to see that kind of, violence among children. So give me your opinion on the violence here in Baltimore.
Girl, it's an epidemic. That's the word that comes to my mind. And people are feeding off of the media. They're feeding off of what they hear and what they do or don't understand. There are people that are just instigating things out of pure boredom. And then honestly, it just comes down to, what do the kids have to do after school, where a lot of the teachers are either scared of you or so frustrated they automatically assume you're a thug and make you just feel either invaluable or make you feel all offended the whole time. Or do I even have support? Or they're giving you this new math that's already frustrating you. Then you have to come home to a household that's probably problematic. You have no rec centers to go to. The after-school programs are disappearing. It's like, okay, you're mad that I'm on the computer all day, but outside of homework at school, what do I have to do? And then you're working 3 jobs because the economy sucks and you're trying to keep us above water. I don't have support. I don't have a family unit. And then you have the good ones that are getting beaten up because they're getting great grades. And for some reason, kids think it's absolutely, entertaining to beat up some kid with a 4.0 grade average. Have you seen that? Because I've seen it. It's like you just can't win. So I have no solution. I just know it's getting worse. It's going to get worse. What we do need is more support in the communities. We need more funding for the after-school programs, the out-of-school programs, the community centers, the churches that start their initiatives to, advertise a little more, get on Facebook a little more, let them know what's available, and just to get out there and be present.
Right.
That's great to have a program. That's great. Now go knock on some doors. Now go talk to some people. Talk to your delegates. Talk to your congressmen and say, okay, can we make this more visual? Okay. Because if they don't know what's out there, of course they're going to keep doing the same thing. They're bored. Or stressed. I mean, kids are going through a form of post-traumatic stress disorder just because of their environment, what they live in, what they see. I mean, they don't even have to be in an abusive household. Right. It's just the environment and the age they're in. This is a stressful time.
Right.
So
agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And they definitely need God. I'm just gonna put him in there foremost. We need prayer. We need it back in the schools. We need it back in the houses. And hey, men, you got to stand up and be fathers. Don't let these mothers take over the household. Well, you got this, baby. No, you're a father too. Don't you live in this household? Oh, you don't? Okay, you paying child support? Great. Now get these kids come a couple times a month and spend time with them. Right. Oh, it takes a lot.
Who you telling? Okay. Who you telling? And Kiona, I mean, your children, they grew up in a 2-parent household, so they knew what that was. Yeah. Their adjustment since their father's gone home, how has that been for you? I'm sure there's tough days, and I'm sure there's other days where it just flies by.
Well, I'm a very calm person. Mm-hmm. I'm a very calm person. I tend to act like the kids sometimes.
Okay.
Hey. My kids and I, we go out in the community. Mm-hmm. We talk to other children in the community. I knock on doors.
Right.
In my community where I live, down Little Italy's, and I bring the parents together, or we go to the school board together if we're not agreeing on something in the school.
Okay.
I'm just a parent that I want answers. Okay. I need to see people's faces. I don't need you to talk to me and tell me you're going to do it, and then it just don't happen.
Right. Okay.
I bring my kids to the school board with us.
Okay.
I want my kids and other people's kids to know that this is what's going on in our community.
Okay.
Communities need to stick together and listen to the children.
Okay.
Not talk at them. Talk with them.
Do you have times now? I know I do with my kids where you sit and you talk.
Yes.
Okay, because like for me, and they've heard me say it time and time again, we sit down at the table together. Oh. We don't park in front of the TV. We don't stand up at the kitchen counter and shovel it in. We sit down at the table. I said that's why I got a dining room table, not to look pretty and gather dust. We sit down. My kids go to church.
All right.
And look, they asked to go to church. It's not one of those one. Are we going? They asked to go. Okay. Parental involvement is huge. Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, it's huge. Yeah. Do you and your children have a time where you all just sit down and talk? You just talk about the day, or ask their concerns, or what's bothering you, or what's going on in school, or
yes, every day.
Okay, all right.
Every day, we wake up happy every morning.
Mm-hmm.
I can wake up and cry before they wake up, and when they wake up, I'm happy.
Okay.
Just because my kids woke up.
Okay.
And we talk about everything.
Okay.
Yes.
Y'all hear that? Everything. You should know what your kids are doing, period. Mm-hmm. Okay. My 9-year-old, I gave him one of those little, track phones. Trust me, he thinks he's all that now because he got a track phone. But he will call me. Ma, what you doing? He knows where I'm at. I'm at work. What do you think I'm doing? It's just like, well, I just wanted to call. I wanted to see how you doing. Is there anything new going on? Now, this is coming from a 9-year-old, okay? Now, my children, the biggest thing with my children is that I never baby talked my kids. No. Never. When my little boy came out at 3 years old talking about, Mom, what's my responsibility? I looked at him and I about fell out. I'm like, what you know about that? Okay.
How can you pronounce that word?
Yes, where'd that word come from? But they're eager to learn.
That's yes.
Right. And a learning child is a happy child. Let's just put that in there, okay? And I applaud you for your parental involvement. I applaud you, especially with 3 sets of twins. I'm gonna keep saying it: 3 sets of twins. Okay.
My God, Charisse.
Parental involvement. I applaud you on that. Mother to mother, go girl. Okay, go do your thing. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're coming to the close of the show. I had fun. I hope y'all had fun.
I did. I laughed a lot.
Okay, all right. So we had fun. I want to thank my guests, Natasha Gregg and Kiona Green. And Kiona, again, thank you for what you've done. Thank you for your husband's contributions. Lady Blue is here. All right. If I can bring voice to it, please let me know. Okay. And ladies and gentlemen, keep July 2nd on your calendar. Mark it off. Do what you got to do, but show up to Tim's Day and take part in the festivities and the events that are going on out there. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to close out with a little bit of inspiration. Yay, me. Inspiration. Woo. Okay. But I have asked some of you out there to tell me what inspires you. Usually I close out with my own version, but I asked what inspires you. And I got a couple that I'm going to read on air that I got. And they were, yes, inspiring. That's what I was looking for, and that's what I wanted, is what inspires you. And I heard from Naughty 410, so shout out to Naughty. And I also heard from Tasha, WMSK Word. Yes, she gave me her inspiration. I'm trying to find it, y'all, because, I didn't exactly just pull it up and there it was. But what inspires me on a daily basis is when I open my eyes and I can say thank you.
All right.
Thank you. That right there should be just enough for everybody to understand. To wake up every day, open your eyes, and know that you have been given another opportunity to do it again with a clean slate.
Thank you, God.
Is the blessing in itself. To know that someone somewhere prayed for you and let you know that they cared. And I'm still trying to find what I did with y'all's inspiration. It's in here somewhere. Natasha, what inspires you on a daily basis while I'm looking for this?
The ability to bless people. Even in my circumstances, God's given me strength, ability. He's given me lots of connections and help to do that job. So the fact that he can use a person such as I'm really grateful.
Okay. And for you, Kiona?
Well, I'm grateful just to be here.
All right.
Just to serve and let God use me. Just, my kids. You, Lady Blue, and Natasha Gregg.
All right. Oh, hello.
We special.
Got some love. All right.
For everything.
All right. There's nothing wrong. And I found the inspiration. Yay, me. Okay. So for Tasha, what inspires her is that she finds inspiration in everyday life. Things that she comes across or goes throughout the day. She says, it makes me consider making life changes or coming up with ideas to help others or help herself. I like to think that I'm creative, and this is Tasha's words. I like to think outside the box and leave people thinking or guessing. So she would say, I am happening in life. All right. And I like that. Live out loud. I always say that. And also I heard from Naughty 410, as I said, and he said life in general and the positive people to constantly try to surround myself with inspires me. I need that positive energy to create. Sometimes it just happens. Other times I'm like, look at God work. How about that?
All right.
All right. So that's the positive inspiration coming from you all out there and from Lady Blue. And again, thank you to my guests. Thank you all for listening. Make sure you download the app. Make sure that you tune in every Thursday from 9 to 11 a.m. right here on WMSK Online Radio, where talk radio just got better. This your girl, Lady Blue. Y'all have a blessed day.
To motivate's the motivation. It's not the money, it's funny cause it's still motivating. Don't give the haters the cold shoulder, you motivate them to do better cause maybe then they'll hold the hating. Don't just follow your dreams, man, you gotta chase them. Never follow your heart, man, it's not a racing. Don't wait for God to do the placement. You gotta set it up yourself before he puts his face in. See, if you take one step, he'll take two. And if you move forward, then he'll make moves. Joy comes in the morning, even at night too. So if you need motivation, better call Lady Blue.